welcome to a very special Nerds and Friends. We are going to be doing quick draw questions. So, one of us will read a question that we thought up ahead of time, and then all three of us will get about 30 seconds to give our answers, and then we'll move on to the next prompt. Y'all excited?
Sure am.
Awesome. All right, Gary, you're first.
So here's my first one. Your favorite movie in a different genre, describe or argue why.
In a different genre.
Mm-hmm. So, if you were going to do Lord of the Rings in the style of a Western.
Ooh.
So, and you know, if that's anybody's, please go for it. But
well, I'll jump in first here.
Go.
So, my favorite movie is Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman, which is a science fiction and also horror. So, if I had to tell that same movie in a different genre, if you did it as a Western, that'd be cool. Where it's them stumbling onto something supernatural and scary, but as a Western, I would have the same tone, but it would just be a very different setting. Mm-hmm. That's my answer.
No, okay, that sounds good, because I can really see that actually working out. Okay, go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My favorite movie is Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is absolutely perfect, and I would never disparage it by making any changes. So instead, I'm going to go with a entirely different movie that I was hoping that I could get pick in
While you were saying that answer.
Exactly. And I'm just completely drawing a blank on any movie that's ever been made now.
So everything, everywhere, all at once is actually taken over so much of your brain.
So the 2005 sci-fi epic Doom, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sweet podcast gold digression.
I can say this one. I can say the 2005 movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Carl Urban. Like, I can say Doom in the style of an actual fucking supernatural sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
And I would be correct.
Yeah.
No,
That's valid.
I think actually doing Doom as a modern military shooter, co-directed by Michael Bay for the first part, and Guillermo del Toro for when you actually figure out what's happening.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that.
Yeah, fuck off. That's a good one. All right.
Gary, you're up.
Okay, all right, I'm down to it. All right, bear with me on this. Hellboy, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, but done in the style of of an old school 60s spy thriller.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I see exactly what you mean there.
Because specifically in the comics, young Hellboy is basically in he's on an army base in the 1950s. So when he's a kid. So I would love to see kid Hellboy, and it's not really canonical in the comics, but teen Hellboy or early 20s Hellboy in the 60s, where they've got Geiger counters and they're looking for monsters and shit.
Ooh.
So
okay.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That could be very fun to watch.
And that was totally not what I thought of when I came with that fucking question.
Well, that was an excellent first round. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Will, what is your question that you'd like to choose for the prompt?
Let's go with favorite urban legend.
Oh, you can't point at me. I just came.
Okay.
I just came with that great Hellboy thing.
My favorite urban legend. Fuck, I gotta think of one too. I mean, as a kid, I went through a little phase where I was super into the idea of aliens, you know? Mm-hmm. And I like the idea of extraterrestrial beings that are different from us being in the world and exploring. Since I've gotten older, yeah, I like exploring sci-fi and fantasy stuff, but a favorite urban legend, I guess it's the concept of aliens. I don't personally think aliens have visited Earth yet, even though I've debated that sometimes with certain things. That's a whole different tangent, though, but I guess that's my answer. If that appeases the council.
Yeah, good enough.
That's all I got.
Think of anything while we wait?
Yeah, well, I was just gonna be a total bitch about it and say pop rocks and soda,
dude,
blows your stomach up.
No, that's a good one. It's a classic. There's a reason that one stuck around so much.
It's schoolyard, you know.
It's true.
It's just schoolyard urban legend. I love it. So
that's a good answer,
and it sticks, you know.
Yeah.
And so personally, my favorite urban legends are going to be and these two know more than anyone. I love Colorado urban legends.
Will, what are you talking about? I've never heard this about you ever.
Super local urban legends.
But yes, there's a few urban legends that I actually know for a fact are not actually urban legends. They are fucking true.
Oh.
But probably like my favorite is stuff like the stories around Riverside or Riverdale Road.
No,
I think it's Riverdale Road.
that was Riverside Park.
Riverside Road.
Is that where you had your ghost story?
So
That was
no,
Cheeseman
you're
Park.
thinking Cheeseman Park,
Yeah.
and no, there's no fucking urban legends there. That shit is for real, and link to that episode in one of these corners.
Yeah.
One of these corners.
But Riverside Road is this road over to the north of Denver, where there's just tons of different stories and things, both historical and probably entirely made up by children.
We totally need to do a breakdown of that.
Deep dive.
Not deep dive. And
I
not
voted.
Blitz.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to. That actually sounds really fun.
That might be foreshadowing
That's
for
a-
Halloween.
That's gonna. Yes, I'm down. And this is our code word from now on. Blitz. We need to move on.
Yeah.
We'll just shout
I was
Blitz.
about to do the airborne thing, like short time.
Shut up. Okay, I guess we're gonna jump to one of mine now.
Yeah.
Actually, roll me that d20 there, Carrie. Let's pick one of these randomly.
7.
7. Would you rather be stranded in outer space or deep under the ocean? Quick disclaimer: we filmed this before the news broke about the Titan submersible, being missing and then being found to be an implosion. We filmed this before that news story was on our radars, so we're not tasteless.
With like oxygen, like in a protective suit.
I did not specify. If you had to be stranded with limited supplies of some kind that were going to run out unless you solve a series of very complicated tasks, and there's a high level of risk that you might do something wrong and end up dying for being stranded there, which would you prefer, deep ocean or deep space?
Oh god, deep ocean just because I'm comfortable in water, but space
Oh.
freaks me the fuck out.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the ocean because as a last ditch effort, I can swim. I cannot fly in space.
But deep ocean, if you go out in that water with the pressure, I mean, that's not a...
Oh yeah,
You ain't swimming to safety
the
there.
bends.
yeah.
Yeah. Or just crushing water. I'm thinking like deep ocean, like
Yeah.
Mariana Trench,
Like
like...
falling into the Marianas Trench. Like you're
Yeah,
you're fucked either way.
1 in a million versus 0. I'm going with the 1 in the million chance.
That's valid. I guess for me, I would choose space because they are both terrifying, but the ocean is more terrifying to me for some reason.
I feel that. Yeah. Well, I feel like if I saw like the Kraken before I died, I'd be like, cool.
Cool. That's true. At least there's other living things around you, whereas in space, there's no indication of that.
Yeah, eventually I'll get eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
In
True.
Below the sea.
You don't just want to be a floating corpse in space that might run into like a floating Tesla out in the middle of the space between stars.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just fucking kill me at that point.
just corpse floating in space just gets like isekai.
Okay.